are back again. This is me, David.
And this is ERIKA.
And this is a topic that most couples out there could face. And we're just going to share a little bit about what we could be experiencing and what it's been like to be an interracial couple. So we're just going to start it off.
So, the really big thing that you and probably any other interracial couple could face is family support. My family has not been really supportive of my relationship with David because we are interracial, as you can clearly see. We don't have the same culture, we don't practice the same kind of
religion or anything like that.
And also because my family, they are not English speakers, so they want me to be with someone who speaks my own mother tongue, Cantonese, and that would also be like beneficial for them as well. And so for him, he only speaks English and he doesn't know any Chinese, Cantonese, Mandarin. So I'm trying my best to teach him some keywords or key phrases or things that would be helpful for him when he comes to meet my family.
And I'm very keen on learning Cantonese, so it's kind of helping. But as an interracial couple, I would generally say it's just a modernization as a factor in family. That's something that just generation would often feel, especially if your parents are from the 1950s and whatnot about that. It's like my parents are in the 1960s, that's when they were born, and they also have the same problem, but I had to tell them how I feel about this relationship and how it is important for me. And I think it was challenging at the beginning, but once they understood what I'm trying to do for myself and what I'm really changing for myself, I think I wanted them to accept. I wanted them. There's a difference. So I didn't really care so much about what they felt. I think I wanted them to know how I felt, because again, this is a life that I'm taking for my future and my next generation. So this is how I want to shape my future. So this is how I wanted them to accept it. So I wanted them to feel this way, and they eventually understood, and they eventually accepted, and they eventually appreciated what I really have. And now she's a part of my family just like that.
So for my family, not everyone will change to accept how you feel, and that's been a problem for me. But I'm really glad that his family kind of came through, because they have actually been supportive of me as well. And I think without that, I wouldn't kind of be here with him today physically.
I do agree, but at the same time, I don't want to say that it's always the family. I think friends play a vital role. Yep. The community plays a vital role. Not every place would look you in the eye, or not every place will see you the way you're supposed to be seen. We don't often see a lot of interracial couples walk down the street, so you always find yourself a bit off guard. You walk, I get looks, she gets looked. People sometimes they drive, they look completely backward. is crazy for us, but it's an experience that is very exciting and fun. But I don't want to just look at the negatives of being in an interracial relationship. I think there's many difficulties for sure, but I think when you look at how to overcome the whole difficulty point of it, which is us being in a different color. I think I'm an Indian. I was born an Indian. When I came into this life, and I wanted to go to my own Indian school back then with the Indian people. As I'm brown, I went with brown people. You might have a experience in your life where you might have been bullied, where you might have had the difficulty to be accepted within your own. When you had that experience, it is never challenging for you to actually overcome those adversities so easily. For me, it was easy because I wasn't even accepted by my own, so I always felt like it's easy for me to get that attachment with somebody else, but it hasn't been. But I did find most of my friends to be really accepting, me and really welcoming me wherever I went. So I think it's just the aura that I have presented after my experiences in my life. So to be accepted is always something that we human beings crave, I think. For me, leaving my family, and I haven't seen my family for the past 7 years. So for me, it's always been a challenging thing. When I came out of this, I think just to go through just acceptance in life, just it's like a stage that we go through as interracial couples. Hey, this is something that we really want, and are we willing to face the difficulties? And even if you think about just the future generation, when you have kids, when you have an interracial kid, what is a kid going to carry? What is he or she is going to feel in the school? What are they going to be treated like? So those are things that I always think. But now that I have the maturity, maybe if I become a parent, I would know how to raise my kid as an interracial kid. So those are some things that I find interesting and challenging, but it's really fun course for us. I think we don't really see it as a problem anymore. Again, these are just one more hurdles that we had to climb, but we are through that, and we are so in love, and we are happy that we're an interracial couple.
It also takes time getting used to as well. Like he said before, people will give you looks, and don't worry about what others are thinking. That's because if you worry about what others are thinking, that's going to really affect your mentality and also in how you kind of like treat the other person.
When I first met her, and when I was telling about her to my friends, like some of my close friends, I'm not gonna say the names again, but these are some things that people face, and I don't want you guys to feel alone. So I'm just gonna give a few examples of what it has been like for me, and she could probably relate to that for herself. But for me, when I said I'm dating this Chinese girl, and she's not from here, she's online, but we are interracial, and we want to take this to the next level. When I said those things, I think they often tell me, are you sure you don't get scammed? You don't think she's here for your money or something? So it's always something that I had to overcome within my own friends, who you would think you're only there to go share who you're into, but then you wouldn't know the backlash that you might get or what they might say. So I wasn't prepared for all that. I didn't look at her as someone who's going to come for my money or what I have. So it was like funny for me, but I can't show that to my friends, I guess. So
the scam thing is really true, because for my side, people were also like, are you sure you're not getting scammed or anything? Like, are you being safe? Those were like some really common issues, and it's also like some type of like stereotype people have. He's Indian, I'm Chinese. They're like, oh, he's trying to scam you, and then from his side, oh, she's trying to scam you.
So again, when you have each other, sometimes you just look at each other and we laugh, but we're not laughing at each other, we're just laughing at all the accusations, really. So it's kind of funny how it all turned out. But again, I'm not necessarily saying that you shouldn't be careful with who you really put your trust into. We did take time, like she's mentioning to you guys most of the time. It takes time to build your trust. It takes time to really get to know each other and really take your relationship to the next level. So but if you're a long distance relationship or just interracial relationship, keep watching what you guys are watching, and we'll continue to share our experiences and how to overcome whatever the adversities that you might have. If you have any questions, please do mention on the comment section below, maybe that we can answer for you guys and make a separate video of it. And thank you for your support.
Until next time.
See you guys.